How's your spiritual practice going? How did it go yesterday? Was it peaceful? Did you have good meditation? Was it deep? Or was it surfacey? Is there a lot of thoughts? Did you feel frustrated? What was the emotional landscape like yesterday? How about the last couple of weeks? How's it been going for you? How's your progress or regress? What insights have you noticed, collected, realized over the last few weeks, maybe month or so? How does that make you feel now? Do you feel successful? Do you feel dejected, frustrated? How have things been going in life as usual, your non-spiritual life? Everyday life, work, relationship, pastimes, hobbies, fitness. How's everything going? So, what's interesting is not all the time, but pretty frequently when somebody asks me a question or starts to engage me about non-duality, awakening, whatever, this is usually where they start, referencing what happened yesterday or has happened recently in practice, how things have been going. And, that's all fine. Like, it has a value to it sometimes. If nothing else, it's a jumping off place for the conversation, because often we don't know what else to talk about except for what's already happened. Right? What else are we going to talk about? Can we talk about what's happening right now? Really? How often do you talk about what's happening right now with people? Not 5 minutes ago, not yesterday, not a week ago, but right now. How would you do that? How would you go about talking about what's happening right now? Can you do it at all? Is it possible? Try it. First of all, you have to look really closely at what's happening right now. Or perhaps not happening, but whatever it is, maybe it's not even an it. So what are you going to say? Look. Feel. You have 5 senses. Listen. Do you think there's a story there? Do you hear something telling you about last week? If you do, it's a thought. And that thought's occurring right now. But can you even find it? Can you find the thought? Look closely. Maybe there's an image in your mind, a memory image, a visual image. Look closely. Where is that? When is that? When you look closely, is it as vivid? Or does it start to look like nothing at all? Like you can't find it? So what is happening right now? Can you reference you right now? How do you reference you without talking about your past? If you say, well, me, I is a feeling I have, you're referencing a thought, or you're referencing the past. Look closely. If you say awareness, is what I am. Where are you getting that information? What if you didn't know the word awareness? What would you say about this right now? So don't reference the past at all. Don't reference a thought. Don't grasp onto a memory. But be alert. Things may change very quickly, get very quiet, start to feel different. But still, don't make conclusions. Because if you make conclusions about now, you're really just comparing a moment ago to something in your distant past that gives you a reference point. So don't do that. Don't compare the very recent past to the distant past for this exercise. So we don't need to make any conclusions or judgments, because a judgment requires knowledge, and knowledge is in the past. So what's not in the past? You have 5 sense gates. Ultimately, a thought can only reference the past. It's reflective. But the 5 sense gates are different. What are they referencing? Walt Whitman said, "A watch indicates time. What does eternity indicate?" This is eternity, which means not in time. The moment you cut off the past, you cut off the mind road. That is eternity, staring you right in the face. A thought will say, "Oh no, couldn't be. That can't be eternity." Right? Referencing the past. Why is it the past? Because doubt always lives in the past. Years and years and years you've built up and accumulated doubt. It's a very convenient reference, but it does not exist here. There's no doubt here. There's no time here. There's no past here. There's no reference point here. And you don't need any of it. None of that's needed. What is will overtake you. It will replace you. Just what's heard right now. And gone. The gone part's important, because you can easily start making what's heard into what you remember being heard. This is the bridge to mind identification. Burn the bridge. Just what's heard. Just what's seen. Not what's labeled. Not what's defined. Because you have to reference the past to label. You learned it. You have to reference the past to define, because you learned definitions. A newborn baby doesn't have definitions, but it sees. It sees what you're seeing right now. So just see. Don't reference anything. And there will just be the scene. No reference point. No perceiver. No reflection. No memory. No time. No space. Just the scene.